I'm Miriam Gilbert from the University of Iowa. And if I were trying to say, how would you get to know Shakespeare, I would say, go and see a play. I think I was very lucky that I saw my first play, A Midsummer Night's Dream, when I was probably about 6 years old, sitting outdoors somewhere. I have no memory of it, but I know that it was a special event. And I would say start with one of the comedies, perhaps, because they are a bit lighter, they're fun, they're like romantic chick flicks in some ways. Midsummer Night's Dream, you can't lose. Much Ado About Nothing, with very witty lovers. Taming of the Shrew, the eternal battle between the sexes. And even plays which I think are more troubling, such as The Merchant of Venice, which raises the question about what is it like to be an outsider in society, but has a romantic story folded in with it. I also think that the history plays, which may seem very foreign, are in some ways really very accessible. I say this because I took 2 boys of 7 plus 1 of 5 to see their first Shakespeare play, and it was Henry IV, Part 1. And I'm here to tell you that after that show, they came back to my house, and while I was making spaghetti, they were redoing Henry IV, Part 1 in the living room. So I got little questions like, can we use a bottle? Yes. Can we have water in it? No. You will just have to imagine that you are drinking all that ale. Can we have swords? No, but you could have sticks. Okay, so who knows how they did it, but a half hour later we had a recreation of the high points of Henry IV Part 1. The drinking scene, the robbery, and the battle at the end. Sounds fair to me. And they immediately caught the central part of that play, not the political issue so much, but the relationship between this old fat guy, Falstaff, and the young prince, Prince Hal. Why are these guys hanging around? What's going on? How can we make sense of it? And they went right for that in terms of their reenactment. So I think that because there's so much in the plays, all of the plays really, about human relationships, it's a great place to start. Hamlet is a wonderful thriller, so is Macbeth, and the plays are accessible in that sense. The most accessible for me of the big tragedies is Othello. It's a play that's tough to read these days. It has issues about racism and prejudice, issues about jealousy, issues about hatred, issues about, can you trust your best friend? And what if that man is lying to you? Can you trust the woman that you've just married? And what if you're hearing lies about her? But all of those are human problems. And I think seeing a play immediately gets you into it. I think seeing it live is the most exciting thing, but happily, there are so many good adaptations on film these days. Kenneth Branagh has done some wonderful ones. His film of Henry V, his film of Much Ado, I think are great places to start. I think the Julie Taymor Titus Andronicus is a great introduction to what is a very bitter and gory play, but nonetheless, she's got a way of handling it that makes it all terribly relevant to us, and there are any number of good Hamlet films. So I'd say, if you want to get into Shakespeare, go see something first, then read it.